Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Out a Friday night here across central Illinois. We are dry, but we are going to be watching the radar for maybe a little bit of precipitation overnight and into early on your Saturday. As we step into the weekend, we find temperatures in the mid-30s tonight. 39, although over in Springfield, a little warmer there, and 37 in Effingham. So as we step through the rest of tonight, temperatures shouldn't drop off as much as what we had this morning. We're down into the 20s. We're going to hover in these 30s for much of tonight. More about chances of precipitation for the weekend and how things drastically may change right around Christmas. What that will mean for us, I'll explain coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
It was the race for sheriff that came down to just one vote. Why some decisions over the contested results have been pushed back. And we told you about a man who's accused of setting a house on fire, but it isn't the first time he's faced those charges. And a school district is taking steps to track the spread of COVID, where a new testing method is being rolled out.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
One single solitary vote it has been the difference here.
The fight over the outcome of the Macon County Sheriff's race continued today. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons in for Paul and Jennifer. Some decisions were delayed. Jim Root's lawyer needs time to respond to a request from Sheriff Tony Brown, who won 2018's election by just one vote. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey was in the courtroom today. So Cole, what did the county delay?
Sheriff Tony Brown's lawyers requested that Lieutenant Root's lawyers should not be allowed to bring any evidence that they allege would prove fraud in that election. Brown's lawyers point to a previous court's ruling that there was no fraud in this election to prove their point in that motion. These requests did not affect what happened in the courtroom today, though, so the judge is allowing Root's lawyers time to get their own argument in writing. The judge gave until December 28th to submit their own motion. That's when Root's legal team plans to bring forward a witness to the alleged fraud. If the judge does accept Brown's request, then that witness may not even be allowed to testify.
It could have some impact, but I would look forward to being able to produce our witnesses and have them testify.
Day 2 of the trial was a slow one, as both sides were there to continue entering contested ballots into the record. No actual rulings were made on these ballots. Root's attorneys were just entering them into evidence and explained why they felt they were miscounted. In total, there were 224 ballots put in front of the judge. Root's lawyers say that they are looking at around 25 in particular. And remember, this race was initially decided by one vote, and then after a hand-counted recount, Brown won by 18 votes. Jessica.
All right, interesting, Cole. Keep us updated over there in Macon County. We have a follow-up for you. We told you about a community activist trying to run for city council in Champaign. Today, the election board will decide if Justin Hendricks' name will show up on the ballot for District 3. Hendricks faced opposition when someone objected his petition to be represented. For the past 2 days, the city election board has been examining that petition and signed affidavits to confirm his petition is legitimate. They will make their verdict in a hearing that starts tonight at 6 o'clock. We have more information about the man suspected of setting a house on fire yesterday in Decatur. Michael Dixon has a record of arson. He was arrested for setting 2 fires in Panama City, Florida back in 2016. Police say he was out on probation when he moved to Illinois. Dixon is now facing arson charges in Macon County. IDOT and police across the state are cracking down on drunk driving during the holidays. Starting today, you'll see more patrols and traffic stops. The state's Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign goes until January 4th. Will Tier 3 mitigations be lifted next month? Officials say it's too soon to tell. During a news conference today, the state's top doctor said Illinois did not see a surge of coronavirus cases following Thanksgiving, and she's hoping for a similar outcome after Christmas. But the governor says the situation is fluid.
We're watching closely to see the numbers. We're only at December 18th now. There are 13 days left in the month of December, and so as we watch those numbers, those will have an enormous effect on whether we can bring down the tiers from Tier 3 to Tier 2 and beyond.
The governor says ICU units are almost full in many parts of the state. He also reminded people that dropping down a tier will not signal the reopening of indoor dining. Here's a look at today's coronavirus numbers across the state. The positivity rate has dropped below 10%. It's now at 9.7%. There are more than 7,300 new cases. Another 181 people have died. Nearly 4,700 people are in the hospital. Over 1,000 people are in the ICU. In Region 3, 85% of ICU beds are being used. That's up from yesterday. Region 6 is still at 74%. Schools in Mahomet are rolling out a new COVID-19 testing method, and this will get results back faster. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting joins us live in the newsroom. So Courtney, what's different about these tests?
Well, Jessica, they'll use the antigen tests. You've probably heard it called rapid testing more often. It's different from PCR testing, which is what they have at Marketplace Mall and Carl. These rapid tests, as the name implies, can be processed quicker. That also means students who test negative can come back to school sooner. The PCR test, though, it's a bit more sensitive than the rapid testing and checks for things that the antigen test does not.
The PCR testing would still be useful if we have somebody, for example, that was symptomatic but they tested negative by antigen, then we would ask them to confirm that by PCR because they look for two different things.
Staff members have already been using this antigen method for 2 weeks. It'll start for students after winter break. Students and staff members will have to fill out a consent form before they go to get tested. Tests will be processed on site and results can come as quick as 15 minutes. The district will be doing a drive-through testing once a week at the junior high school once winter break ends. That's for any students or staff regardless of symptoms or exposure. During the week, though, they'll do more selective testing with that rapid testing method that will be based on symptoms or exposure of whether or not someone does receive one of those tests. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Courtney, thank you. We told you about first responders who were competing for a good cause, how much money they were able to raise this year, plus this.
We had a purpose and to feed kids.
And they're taking it a step further this holiday season. How many families one school district is helping out with a new program.